All right, everybody, we are back with another episode of the Intoxicated Sports Report. I'm Emerson. This is Gage. As always, we're here. It's Overreaction Monday. You ready for this?
Overreaction Monday. We're playing on short rest too.
We are playing on short rest. Quick turnaround.
Quick
6 day
turnaround, I like
turnaround.
I like the weekly. I'm back. I'm glad we're back to weekly.
100%.
And I hope our listening fans and watching fans like it too.
Yes, agreed.
So cheers to that.
Yes, sir.
Speaking of that, what is this nice beer that we're drinking today?
This is STS Pilsner from Russian River Brewing.
It bites you.
Yes, that's right. It's a very tasty Pilsner.
Yeah,
I'm not a huge Pilsner
I
guy.
was gonna say I usually don't drink pilsners, but this is pretty good.
Yes, this is very drinkable.
Russian River, they don't really miss
Mm-mm.
when it comes to beers.
Yeah, thank
So-
you to my cousin Kyle
Yeah, he
for
said this was
the birthday gift.
Thank you for sharing with me.
Mhm.
This is a birthday gift. This is nice. And it's I like the
We got some Pliny's in the fridge too, if you want one of those later.
yeah. Now you're talking my language.
So yeah, we're back. It's week 1 of the NFL season is almost in the books. We got Ravens and Raiders tonight.
Raiders.
But, yeah, how we doing? What's going on this week?
Not a whole lot.
Yeah.
You know, I saw Korn and Stained on Saturday.
That must have been sick.
Dude, Korn kind of sucked.
Yeah, I think you told me that. Yeah, that's a bummer.
For me, I grew up listening to Korn, and I always, when I think of Korn, I think of my uncle because he loved listening to Korn.
Sure.
That's probably why I like it, because you grew up listening to something, you grew acclimated to it, and you end up liking it yourself.
Yeah.
Korn's not for everybody. They're hard, they're heavy,
Yeah.
but they're good.
My take is that I feel like with metal bands, for whatever reason, there's a really big chance of them sucking just because it's the style of music.
I mean,
Solely.
it sounded good. The lead singer I think he's coming off of COVID, so he didn't really have the energy.
Mm.
The lead guitarist wasn't playing at that show because he has COVID.
Oh geez, so they had
But
to
the guy who played for
He
him
was fine.
sounded really good too.
Okay.
The drummer, which you know from another band, which I didn't
Yeah.
listen to. I don't know if you listened to him,
Yeah, Ray Lazare, he's pretty badass.
but he is a badass.
Yeah.
He is really good. He is the best part of that band as of right now.
Yeah.
Super talented.
He rips.
Also, is at Shoreline. If you're familiar with Shoreline, it's the worst. I don't think it's a great place. And it's, driving to Mountain View, basically going to San Jose for a concert.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, that is a drive.
it's like the one,
I feel like it's a place I'd only go to if it was a band I really, really wanted to see.
like I'd rather see big bands. Like when we saw the Foo Fighters there, I'd rather see the Foo Fighters there than like Oracle Arena, like where the Warriors used to play.
Sure, yeah. I'm with you. Yeah.
Arenas
are not the same.
It's a weird sound in arenas.
Yeah. Kind of bounces off the roof.
But nonetheless, it was still good to see them. It's kind of like a bucket list thing for me. Thankful for Jeremy and his friend for having an extra ticket and bringing me and all that. Also thankful for my boss for letting me get off 2 hours early so I can get to the show. Which the traffic was nothing like how it usually is.
That's great.
So that was cool.
Yeah.
So they weren't great. I would like to see them again maybe maybe a year after COVID, so they're all kind of hyped and ready.
Yeah.
But it was still cool, I wanted to buy a shirt, but they're like $50. I'm like,
Ooh, I don't know. Is it one of those like janky off the truck shirts, or was it a decent looking
it
shirt?
looked decent. It was like there's this one cool white long sleeve that had like the first album cover on the back, which is like their best album in my opinion. I was just like, nah, I can't do it. I could probably get on Amazon for cheap.
Right.
But that's the highlight of my week.
There you go.
I don't know. What about you? Anything?
The highlight of my week is gonna be saved for last call because I got some juicy shit.
Oh, I know what you're gonna do. I know what you're gonna say.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
I think it's probably one of the coolest interactions I've ever had in my life.
Really?
With a person.
Oh,
I mean, considering who it is.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
No, that's cool.
Yeah. So we'll get to that later.
Yes.
What do we have going on today?
We got NASCAR. We got baseball. We got college football because we want to talk a little more about college.
Yeah. We'll give him a chance.
Yeah, our boy Nick Warren
Is calling on us.
calling us out, calling us out. So we're gonna try our best to appease his needs and people who also like college football who listen to us. Of course, NFL first week
Yep.
didn't really disappoint in my opinion,
No, yeah, it was a good week.
and then last call as always.
Yes, sir. All right, so let's get into NASCAR. You ready?
No, because I'm not on top of the standings anymore.
Ooh.
I think for the first time all year.
In a
Or
long time.
a long time.
I think Ashley got out to a good start, but yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
So Martin Truex won. He won. That was his fourth race that he won.
Fourth win, yeah. First
Wow.
one. I mean, obviously, first one of the playoffs.
So is it Larson and then him and wins? 5-4.
Yes, correct.
Gotcha.
Correct.
He won at Richmond.
Yeah, Richmond, a little night race on Saturday.
Yeah.
Short track.
Yeah, good run.
Denny Hamlin is he's here to play. He finished second. He won both stages.
Denny Hamlin's he might not win all of them, but he's consistent.
Yeah, he's saving
consistent.
his guns for the playoffs. It looks like.
Yeah.
So that puts Ashley now in first place. How do you feel about that?
I'm not sweating yet. Not sweating yet. But
Yeah, it's. I mean,
let's
there's
give
still
that a chance. How many races left?
8 races left.
8 races.
So
Okay.
much time.
So I just really need Kyle Larson. You know what I really need is a Brad Keselowski
Just
win.
sneak in a
I need a sneak in win by
Yeah,
Brad.
That would be huge.
Make me feel really good about
Yeah.
it. But there's still plenty of races left. It's about time I give someone else a chance on top of the standings. But did you watch any of this race?
I totally forgot they were racing Saturday night, and it was so busy on Saturday. I just couldn't even think about it
Got it.
at work. That is.
How often do they do Saturday races?
They do a handful a year, probably maybe 8 or 10, something
Oh,
like that.
okay.
Yeah, they kind of save them for the later part of the year, like when it's late in summer.
Do they ever do back-to-back Saturday Sunday races or no?
They just started doing that this year. They did Pocono. Well, actually, technically, they did it last year. They did that because of COVID last year.
Mhm.
They squeezed in 2 races in one weekend. And then they were like, "Oh, this is kind of a cool idea," so they did it again this year.
I wonder if the racers think it's a cool idea. I think that's a lot of racing.
It is, but I mean, guys all the time will do an Xfinity Series race and then race the next day. in the Cup
Like a
Series.
truck series.
Yeah,
like
or
Truex does that, I
Yeah,
think.
try,
Okay,
yeah, try
gotcha.
to sneak in a race. So
And I know people will say, well, they're just racing. Like, how hard can it be? But they sweat a lot. They wear
Yeah.
those suits.
they also shorten the races. Those races usually are like 400 or 500 miles, and they cut them down to like 350.
If they're doing back-to-backs like
Yeah,
that.
when they
Okay,
do that, yeah.
that makes sense, yeah.
Yeah. So standings now are Ashley with 90 points. Gage, you got 86.
Mhm.
Dylan had a big week. He moved up to 65 points. He's now in 3rd place.
Yeah.
Danny's still sitting with 63. Alex 56. Garrett 43. And I am now in the 30s. I got exactly
There
30.
you go. I think right now what you should be focusing on.
Not finishing last.
Yes.
Yes.
You gotta
I'm
not
with you.
finish last.
I'm with you. Both my guys. So it looks like Harvick is probably going to advance to the next round with no problem. Almirola is right on the fringe. It'd be nice just to get those guys in the next round so they can possibly score some more points for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just you're right. I should be just hoping for not last place.
And the next stop is Bristol, which is a big known race.
Oh yeah, Bristol is one of the cooler tracks.
Okay.
Short and fast. So
Is that the
they did the dirt race there earlier this year.
Brickyard one?
No,
Bristol?
that's Indianapolis.
Oh, okay. The Indy. Okay, got you.
Yeah, Bristol's that tiny little track with the really high banking. They
Okay.
did the dirt on it earlier this year. In the Col-
I've heard of the Bristol
Yeah,
race.
the big old Coliseum.
I
like
think I
100,000
remember.
seats.
Yeah.
Yeah, that place is pretty cool.
100,000?
Something like that, yeah.
Damn.
Might even be more than that.
That's cool.
Yeah. So yeah, that'll be next. Kevin Harvick won that race last year, so
And is this going to be on this Sunday?
that is going to be Saturday as well.
Saturday.
Actually, I think this is 3rd week in a row they're doing
Wow.
Saturday.
All right, cool.
All right.
I like that.
Yeah. Quick, let's go through some baseball stuff.
Mhm.
The 9th no-hitter was thrown this year.
That's the record for the MLB.
Most
in a season.
one season. Yeah, crazy.
This
Years
is
in
also
no-hitter.
a combined no-hitter.
Combined no hitter. You know what's funny about this too is, I happened to look up at when you're watching the game, they have the score line going for other games.
Yeah.
They posted Corbin Burns' pitching line like in the 4th inning. It said like 3 innings, no hits. I was like, I feel like he's just gonna throw no hitters. He didn't obviously finish it. Josh Hader came in and finished it in the 9th, but I was like, that's hilarious.
I don't know off the top of my head, and I'm not sure if you do either, but I want to know, when did Corbin Burns come out and what was his pitch count? Do you have any
Oh, I
idea?
saw it was like 115. And he pitched through 8 innings.
115 is a lot.
115 is a lot. You don't see a lot of guys go more than that, but no hitters are generally the exception for that. But
That's why I'm kind of surprised. And did they win this game big?
I think it was like 3-0.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the Brewers made the right decision because they have the division pretty much locked up. They don't need to go for accolades at this point.
No.
Excuse me.
And we saw Corbin Burns pitch, didn't we?
We did.
And Josh Hader.
He is nasty. Yeah.
He's nice.
Yeah.
He's cool too, because you look at him, he's just a big burly, kind of like a little
Yeah, he's
belly.
got long ass hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Josh Hader looks like
Skinny and long hair.
He looks like he's straight out of 1992.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Flannel, long hair.
Yeah.
But I mean, do you think there'll be one more no hitter? Do you think there'll be 10?
I'm gonna say no.
I think I asked you this question when there was like 5 no hitters.
I thought yeah. Well, because there was like 6 I think like really early in the year, right? And that's when like they started cracking down on the
Yeah.
sicky stuff. And there's only been a few. I mean, there's still been a few since then. That's
Not counting
Madison
Bumgarner's
Bumgarner 7 inning.
7 inning no hitter.
Yeah.
I know a lot can happen in 2 innings,
Yes.
but
I mean, we've seen plenty of no hitters go into the
Yes.
seventh.
Yes.
So, but yeah, it's pretty wild.
Yeah.
I also want to throw out this stat, 2 stats, but this one first. Yeah, guys, I was watching the Yankee game against the Twins today. They threw out this number. Since 2002, the Yankees' record versus the Twins is 109-38.
It's incredible.
Unfucking real. There's 70 games over 500 against them.
That's crazy.
And
it's a lot. That's
And the Twins have had 12 winning seasons in that span.
man.
So that's 20 seasons. 12 of them have been winning seasons.
I wonder how many of those games or how many swept series the Yankees have had.
It had to be a ton.
Yeah, it has to be.
That's insane, though.
It's a lot.
That's just absolute dominance.
I would never would have guessed that if you didn't tell me that.
Yeah, like 70 over 5. That's ridiculous.
That's
I
a
mean,
lot.
I could kind of see it if it was a.
And this was like after the Yankees were really. I mean, they were still good in 2002, but this was before they were really good. In
Yeah.
the late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah.
Like when they went to 4 straight World Series.
This wasn't even in their
No.
prime necessarily.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just unbelievable. I mean, I could maybe see something kind of crazy like this if it was against a team that's been really bad, like I don't know, the
Orioles.
or
Yeah.
something like that. But the Twins have been
Yeah, they've been good.
arguably the best team in that division over the last 20
Who's
years.
that catcher they had?
Joe Mauer.
Joe Mauer was good.
Yeah, he was really good. They had also Justin Morneau
Didn't
won
they
an MVP.
Didn't they have CC Sabathia?
No, he was on the Indians.
Indians.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean they've been won the division last year, year before that.
I picked them to go to the World Series this year.
You did?
Ouch.
Yeah,
That's one of my
that
coldest
one
takes.
stings.
That one's one of my colder takes.
Yeah. Another crazy one is the Blue Jays have scored in the last 2 days, have scored 44 runs. They played 3 games. They played a doubleheader yesterday, 2 days ago. But yesterday scored 22 runs against the Orioles. In the doubleheader, they scored 11 and 11 in the 2 games.
Wow.
Unreal.
That's a lot of
That's.
runs.
I mean, it says a lot about the Blue Jays, but it also says how bad the Orioles
Yeah.
have been this year. So.
Orioles are bad.
Yeah. Blue Jays are on fire though now.
Mhm.
They are leading the American League wildcard standings.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Look at the A's, just 5th.
yeah. Yeah, things got really tight. The Yankees kind of hit a dry spell recently. I think this is actually out of date. They are a half game back of Boston for the 2nd spot, who was tied with Toronto. Seattle's 3 games back.
Mhm.
Oakland 3 games back.
Wow.
It's gonna be dicey coming down the stretch.
I mean, I know the MLB would love Yankees, Red Sox.
Oh, 100%.
Wild card game, which I think I would love to watch it too. It'd be awesome.
Yeah.
The Toronto's playing well, and we'll see if they
They've
can.
been a fun team
make it last.
these last month or so.
What division are the Blue Jays in? Like, how are they? Not, are they not? Are they in the same
They're
one?
in the American League East.
So how are they not winning their division?
Because Tampa Bay is really good.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, isn't it crazy? They got 4 teams that are in the hunt right now.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Speaking of the A's, though, they are heading to Kansas City and LA this week.
Dodgers or Angels?
That is the Angels.
Okay.
So a couple winnable series. They need to take advantage.
Yeah.
They need to win probably 5 of those 6 games, honestly.
You never want to be in the position where you have to win games.
Yeah, but at
Or,
least
like 5 out of 6. You
Yeah.
don't have to put yourself in that position.
I totally agree, especially in baseball because anything can happen.
Mhm.
But they're still in a position where they can control their own fate for the most
Mhm.
part. Just win as many games as you can.
Yeah.
Over to the Giants, though.
First team to 90 wins.
First team to 90 wins. They're at 93
Did
now.
I mention that already? Did I mention that last week? Or no? I don't think I did.
No, because they hadn't quite gotten there. I think they were at
Yeah.
89 when we last did this.
They were the first, 60, 70, 80, 90.
Yeah, and not like 40 and 50.
Yeah, it's looking like it's going to be 100, knock
Yeah.
on wood,
Yeah.
you know.
So yeah, they broke out the brooms twice on the road trip. 6-0 road trip. First team to sweep the Rockies at home this season.
Because the Rockies are great on the.
They are like the 3rd best team at home this season.
Yeah. And the Giants were putting it on them too.
Giants scored 56 runs in the 6-game road trip. They took it to the Cubs too.
Man.
Made quick work of them.
It's they. I know they've been good for a while, but
It's really crazy to think.
weird.
Like the only tough stretch they've had was like a few weeks ago when they lost 5 out of 6,
Mhm.
and then they just bounced. I think they've won 9 out of the last 10, just like that.
That stretch too when they were losing, I was like, "This is
It
it.
feels like it's the time that they're gonna.
This is when they're gonna.
Yeah.
The demise is here." But they
Yeah.
came back and they played They played great.
Yeah, the Dodgers are not falling far behind. They're still only 2.5 games back.
It's gonna be like this until the end.
Yeah, they just swept the Padres. We're starting a series with the Padres today.
Okay.
Giants' magic number to clinch a playoff spot is 1. So they need either a loss from San Diego, which would happen if they won,
Yeah.
or a win. So if they win one game in the series, they're in the playoffs.
Let's go.
It's crazy.
And would they be the first team to clinch a playoff
They
spot?
would be, yes.
All right.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, I know the honestly the White Sox are getting kind of close, and the Brewers are getting kind of close, but I think the Giants are.
So, Giants just win tonight.
Let's just do it. Let's get it over with.
That means we're getting some type of playoff baseball, whether it be
Something.
one game
Something.
or possible 5 games.
Yeah, I can't wait.
I'm excited
Can't
for
wait.
that.
Yeah, I'm going to the game on Thursday too.
That's right.
Day game should be beautiful.
That's why we're doing the podcast on a Monday, not a Tuesday, because you work tomorrow because you're getting Thursday off.
Correct. Yeah, I think we should probably do Tuesdays going forward, just so we can get the full football weekend.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Just thinking out loud.
Who are you going with on Thursday?
Family, big family, 7 of us.
Damn. You guys sitting like all in a row or like 4 and 3?
No, I think we're all in one row, which will be fine.
Because when we sat 4 and 4,
That was really cool.
That's the way we should do it. From
Yeah,
now on, if we have a big group.
We nailed that perfectly.
Because it's good to talk to somebody like this, like in
Rather
front
than, like,
or behind,
yeah.
rather than like look down and be like, "Hey, what'd you
yeah.
say?"
Yeah, if you have more than 5 people, I think you got to do the 2 rows.
Yeah, because if you sit like 7 or 8 in one row, you're only gonna get talking like the 4 you're with, and the other 4 is gonna be doing their
Pretty
thing.
much,
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, the 4 and the 4 is cool, but
Yeah.
where you guys sitting?
We're sitting view box, so it's like that front section of the upper level, like those 6 rows.
Yeah.
Down the left field line, I think 324 or 327, something like that.
Left field line, you can't go wrong with
I
it.
love left
I
field line
love
because you
left
get to look out on the bay,
Yeah.
especially day games are perfect up
Oh,
there.
this is a day game.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, it's gonna be hot,
And
but
they're playing the Padres.
Padres, yes. I don't know who we're gonna get to see pitch. Might be Webb actually. Webb or Gosman, one of the 2. Hopefully someone good. Hopefully not a fucking bullpen game.
I'm hoping the Giants win that game like 4-1, so you get to see a Tatis bomb.
That's gonna be the one run.
Yeah, that's the ideal situation.
Yeah.
That's cool. You'll have a good time. That'd be what, your 6th baseball game you've seen this year live?
Correctamundo. Hopefully not the last. I'm thinking playoff game.
Are you?
Nah.
Standing room only?
Might have to break out the checkbook. Standing room. Fuck no.
You just got those.
Sitting behind the dugout.
You just got those Wells Fargo checks today too, baby. I've never been to a playoff baseball game. I know you've been to World
I've
Series.
been to a handful, yeah. They're fun. Last one I went to was really cool. We got to see the Giants clinch
Against
a series
the
against
Nationals.
the Nationals, yeah, the divisional series.
So that was. I guess the Giants haven't really been to playoffs since 2014, except for 2016, right?
Correct, yeah. Yeah, and they only had the one series in 2016.
Yeah.
Football time?
Yes.
College
On to
football
college
time?
football.
Who believe?
Man, Cal Bears almost beat TCU.
Yeah, it was-
Lost 34-32.
Pretty heartbreaking loss.
They're trying to hold it down like the Pac-12 has been doing, but
Yeah.
not. It's just Cal's
Well, at least they're gonna get a win next week. I'm guaranteeing this.
guaranteeing.
Yeah, if they don't win against Sacramento State next week, I'll do something.
Yeah.
You name
Oh.
it.
How about you just take 2 shots if they don't beat Sac
Okay,
State?
yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say you're probably right.
Right. It's not really a bold prediction by any stretch.
I don't know if it matters, but is it in Berkeley or at Sac State?
I guarantee it's Berkeley.
Yeah.
There's no way they're going to Sac State.
It has to be at Berkeley. I'm surprised you're not wearing any kind of Stanford gear because your Stanford Cardinals beat USC,
Upset City.
ranked number 14 ranked USC.
Yes.
They beat them 42-28.
And it
I
wasn't
know-
even that close.
And I know you love this because you don't like SC.
I love beating SC.
You love beating
SC.
Is this up there with when they beat SC when they were ranked like 2? With,
I think this is a different vibe.
Didn't they have Barkley in that team being the quarterback? You know which game I'm talking about?
Yes, yeah.
I remember watching with you at your parents' house.
Yeah. That team was fun too.
I think they were ranked like. at the
Stanford
time-
was actually ranked that year also though. I think
Oh,
they were
okay.
like in the teens. But yeah, that was a fun upset too. But this one's different. The Pac-12 doesn't have the same energy, I don't feel like right now. But
even though they're playing good football.
yes, they are. I think
Yeah.
we could see the tides turn a little bit, but
Yeah.
yes, I agree with you. They're
Yeah.
playing good football. Tanner McKee made his first start. I'm so glad that David Shaw made that decision.
And he didn't play last week.
He did. He rotated with Jack West. Wasn't technically the starter,
Mhm.
but he was great. He had 234 yards on 23 attempts, 2 touchdowns.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, can't complain. They're going to Vanderbilt next week. Should be fun.
SEC.
They're big favorites over Vanderbilt, which I know Vanderbilt's not really a football program, but
I mean, yeah, it's still.
it's never easy to get on the road,
No.
especially that far. So
Stanford probably won't be ranked just from winning this.
they're not ranked. If they play well against Vanderbilt, they might get in there, but we'll see.
Are you going to any games this year?
I'm gonna try.
Are they
If-
allowing
if-
fans?
Yeah, yeah. They're playing their first home game September 25th against UCLA, which should be, should be a good one. Keep burping.
I love me some UCLA blue and yellow. That powder blue is just so pretty.
It's pretty iconic.
Yeah, because I hadn't heard you say anything. So I know you and your dad don't have the season tickets anymore, but you still seem to make it to at least one game.
Try to, yeah. It's tough when they're Saturday night and the fact that I work, but
Yeah, the fact that it's like going to Mountain View.
it's super deep.
You go to Palo Alto and it's just
same shit.
you hit that. You have to go through San Francisco depending on how you go.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty much an hour 45 because there's going to be a little bit of traffic once you get down there,
Yeah.
and then coming home is an hour and a half, hour and 20 if you're bombing.
But yeah, but if you want to leave, it's hard because if you want to leave to go to a Stanford game from here, you want to leave at like 1 probably.
Yeah, to
Right.
get the tailgating in and whatnot. Yeah.
If you leave here at 4, you're fucked.
Oh yeah, you're
You're not making.
That's going to take like 2.5
Yeah,
hours.
you're not gonna have time to tailgate.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to make tri-tip that's bloody in the middle.
Danny style.
I still like that shit though. The ends were pretty good, but the inside was still mooing. You know what I mean?
Should have saved that for some tri-tip sandwiches.
Oh man.
More Pac-12.
More Pac-12.
Woo-hoo, this is another big one.
Oregon, 12th ranked Oregon beat 3 ranked Ohio State, 35-28.
Big. Did you watch any of the game?
I was working.
It was a really good game. Oregon looked good. They had 2 touchdown leads multiple times in the game. So
I didn't know about this until Zoe texted us. I was on my lunch and Zoe's like, "Guys, they're
Yeah.
gonna do it or
Yeah.
whatever." Which I'm happy for Zoe because Zoe's
well, I asked her if she was watching, and she got all excited.
Zoe's had a lot of heartbreak as an Oregon fan.
She has. She has. This is a big, really big win, not only for Oregon but for the Pac-12.
Well, yeah, between this and UCLA beating LSU,
That's
this is putting Pac-12 where it's wanted to be
Yeah.
for years prior.
Yeah.
I know it's early in the season, shit can still hit the fan for the Pac-12.
Yeah.
But this is huge games.
Yeah.
These are awesome.
They moved them up to number 4 in the rankings.
Oregon?
Oregon, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. This game was nuts. 1,100 plus yards total offense between the two teams.
Their running back, Oregon's running back, I don't know the stats, but he had a huge
Verdell,
game.
yeah,
He had
he
3 touchdowns.
Yeah, he was big.
The most impressive thing to me in this game, which I didn't find out until after we were done texting, was that Oregon did this on the road.
Yeah.
They went to Ohio. I don't know what's their.
It's called the Horseshoe.
I don't like that.
It's
It's not. It's Ohio State. Have a better name.
yeah.
I don't, is it called Ohio Stadium or is it the Horseshoe?
No, Horseshoe's the nickname.
Because it's like it's shaped
Yeah.
like a horseshoe.
Yeah.
That to me is huge.
Yeah.
Winning on the road.
They ran all over him too.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, Oregon looks pretty good.
Didn't Ohio State beat Oregon in the Natty like 5 years ago?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Were you with us when we watched it at Frida's?
Frida's, yeah. And what? Didn't Ohio State have 4 turnovers, or they had 3 more
I think
turnovers?
they had. Yeah, it was
I think it was like
4-1.
4-1.
Yeah.
And they ended up winning by 21 or something
Yeah,
like that.
it was not close. That was pretty wild. I didn't expect that. I thought Oregon would put up a better fight in that game.
Yeah, Oregon,
They just can't win it.
they can't win it. Because even when they played Auburn, like
They
2011,
should have won that game.
They
too.
should have won that game.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they should have won the Ohio State game, but they probably should have won. Didn't they have like a late fumble, or I think someone's knee was down, but it was something.
In the Auburn game. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, the guy like rolled over and his knee didn't touch the ground. And he like ran for a touchdown.
and they didn't call it.
And they didn't call it.
Oh, that's brutal.
No. They originally called his knee being down. They blew the whistle, or they blew the
No,
whistle.
that can't be. That can't be that.
I can't remember. There was something weird. Like it seemed like he was down, and like the guy stopped playing. And he just ran for a touchdown.
Yeah.
But they didn't blow the whistle. Maybe is what it was.
Yeah. I'd have to look it up again. But I know
Yeah.
something was weird with some kind of call in that game.
Yeah, you're right.
Tex-
I only wanted to mention this next game because it's another Pac-12 situation that was impressive.
Yeah, Texas A&M beating Colorado
10-7.
Talk about a defensive game.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it, but I mean 10-7. That's not
Colorado's quarterback, I think, got hurt early in the game too, and they still hung in there.
Wow.
Yeah. And A&M didn't score their only touchdown until less than 3 minutes left in the game.
A&M is ranked 5, huh?
Yeah. They I think they got moved down a little bit,
Yeah.
but impressive from Colorado's standpoint. I think Pac-12 could be interesting this year. I'm not saying that it's going to be a great conference, but they looks like they got some competitive teams
Still,
out there.
still a lot of games to play.
A lot of games to
A lot of games to play. Our Iowa Hawkeyes, which Nick loves to hear that, our Iowa Hawkeyes beat Iowa State 27-17.
Big win.
They won the, what do they call it, the Iowa Bowl? I
They
don't know.
call it the Cy-Hawk game.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Oh, because
Cy-Hawk.
Cyclones.
Hawkeyes,
Oh, okay,
yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah. Iowa did this basically with their defense.
Yeah. Which
4 takeaways.
they're always known for their defense.
Yep, generally. When they're good, they got a good defense.
Who's their quarterback right now?
Petrus is his last name. I think it's like Sam or something like that.
And who was the dude that they had before?
Nate fucking dickbag.
Nate.
I forget his last name. but-
I just always think of your coworker. When I do
it was our GM.
Your GM. Big Iowa man. Or what's it?
Nick or Nate.
Nate.
I gotta
I
look
can't-
him up now.
I'm thinking Peterman, but it's not Nate Peterman.
Yeah.
He was like, he wasn't very. He was kind of off and on.
Where's this clown? Nate Stanley.
Where's this clown? Nate Stanley. Nate Stanley just cost himself $40 million.
He was never gonna make that money. Sorry, Chad.
Is he in the league?
I don't think so.
No, he probably didn't get drafted now.
Yeah.
But yeah, go Iowa.
Right.
I miss our Saturday Hawkeyes.
Yeah, they're number 5 now.
Are they?
Or are they 4 and Oregon's 3? Something like that. They're both up. I think Iowa's 5 now.
I just miss Iowa games on Saturdays
Yeah,
with
that was fun.
at Rubicon.
Yeah.
The good old days.
The good old days.
Yeah.
Let's see. Where's Nate Stanley? He was drafted by the Vikings in the 7th round of the 2020 draft.
Okay.
So that was not this past year, but the year before.
Gotcha. Good for Nate Stanley getting that.
Oh,
you know,
present. Okay, so he's still on the team. Oh, he's on injured reserve right now.
He's not getting paid 40, but he's probably getting paid.
$1 million.
Yeah, at least.
Something close to that. At least.
Yeah, 7 digits sounds pretty good to me.
Yeah, I'll take it. Take the money and run. So games we're looking forward to next week. Number 1 Alabama, number 11 Florida. That's probably going to be a bloodbath.
And just, yeah.
They're going to Florida, so that always makes things a little more interesting, I guess.
Alabama is just a powerhouse.
They're nuts.
They're a well-oiled machine.
They are a absolute fucking machine. Yeah.
They are. They just.
Yep.
It wouldn't even surprise me after Nick Saban leaves. Whenever that is, they'll still be good.
Probably. Yeah. I mean, they're going to
Maybe-
hire someone that's legit. There's no question
They
about
have
it.
to.
It's going to be Urban Meyer. Just kidding.
Already.
Already. Also, Auburn is going on the road to Penn State. It's kind of a cool SEC Big Ten matchup.
Yeah.
Penn State ranked number 10. Auburn's number 22. And then Arizona State, number 19, is going to BYU, who just beat Utah as an upset. They moved into the top 25. And then Nick, we'll give you a little shout out. Boomer Sooner, your Sooners are playing Nebraska at home this week. I think that starts at 9 a.m. on
Spencer
Saturday.
Rattler, he kind of did he play good last week, or was that 2 weeks ago he wasn't playing
2
good?
weeks ago they had a close game. I don't know what his line looked like, but
I haven't talked to Nick about it, but I wonder what he thinks about Spencer Rattler.
I think
right now.
he likes him. Yeah. I remember Nick kind of defending him last year
Was it?
in situations. Yeah.
Because Spencer Rattler, I mean, he's probably taller than us, but he looks like he's small out there.
Yeah, I think he's only like 6 foot, maybe 6'1".
Yeah.
Which is not huge for a quarterback.
Yeah. All right, there's your college football fix, Nick.
There it is. I guess that confirms that Oregon is number 4 and Iowa's number 5 because Oklahoma's number 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Bingo, bango.
Now on to the best part of the show.
Week
in my
1.
opinion, week 1 of the NFL.
Yep.
And as all of you know who are listening, Thursday was the
Oof.
first game. The Cowboys lost. And it was just...
A heartbreaker.
It was...
Was it heartbreaking or was it just like...
I almost rather them get blown out like I thought they would. Because this gives me a false sense of hope that the Cowboys can do something, and they're just not.
Well, I mean...
I don't think they can.
You should be happy that they actually looked good. Put it that way.
I'm not saying... no moral victories, but they played well. They did play
They
a
played
lot better
well.
than I thought.
Dak was
Dak
great.
came out. I thought he looked great, given the fact that he busted his ankle 11
Yeah.
months ago. And I don't think he had taken a snap since that game.
Yeah.
The defense looked better. I think the Dan Quinn hire is going to be better than whatever Mike Nolan was doing last year.
Yeah. I mean, you give yourself a chance against Tom Brady. Can't ask for much more than that.
I knew with a minute 30 left.
It was pretty inevitable.
And you got to, and he only had to take it to field goal range. That's
Yeah.
that's 3 passes. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mike McCarthy, if you ever put the Cowboys in a situation where they kick a 60-yard field goal at the end of the half, which was 30 seconds left with Tom Brady on the other side, I'm going to lose my shit. This can't happen. When he did this, I was thinking to myself, why in the fuck is this man doing this right now?
'Cause you got
This
Greg-
is why.
Greg the leg.
This is why. No. And I'll give Greg the leg some credit. It's hard to hit 60. But this motherfucker just missed a 30-yard chip shot before. This is why the Cowboys lose games, because their coach has constantly put them in shitty situations.
Hey, sometimes 3-point shooters miss layups, you know?
Dude.
I'm just fucking with you.
I know. And you know what sucks too is that they play the Chargers next week. They're gonna lose that game too.
You never know.
I'm just saying.
The Chargers are gonna be good, but we'll see.
The thing I say about the Cowboys is they don't play another playoff or a team that made the playoffs from last year until I think week 11 when they play the Chiefs. So they have to.
You gotta take advantage.
I think they'll lose this week, and I think they got to really take advantage for the next 9 or 10 weeks.
So, would you be happy with 7-3 going into that game against the Chiefs?
Absolutely.
6-4. 7-3 sounds a lot better.
I'd be okay with 6-4.
Okay. All right. Let's think about that when we get there.
Anything less than that, I would be happy.
Yeah, 5-5 would be.
No. But feeling kind of good right now.
I thought the Cowboys looked pretty good. If I'm a Cowboys fan, I just chalk it up to, hey, we just took the defending champs to the wire.
Yeah.
And Dak looked as good as you could ask for.
I think the Cowboys probably think right now, if they were to meet Tampa Bay in the playoffs,
They could give them a
they
chance.
probably think we have a chance.
Yeah.
Like we can beat them.
Yeah.
Because Greg Zuerlein
Just
did
tighten
miss.
some things up,
He
yeah.
did miss a field goal. He did miss a PAT, which if you put the math together,
That's
they
horrible.
would have won the game. But
Yeah.
I don't really count that because you know,
That changes
it
circumstances.
changes circumstances.
Yeah.
But they have a chance
Yeah.
to beat them, and especially now that Washington Fitzpatrick's probably going to be out for at least 5 weeks, if not the whole season.
Yeah, they said he's going to be out for a little bit.
And I know that the Eagles won, so I don't know how they're going to play. The Giants still.
Eagles are interesting. We'll talk about them a little bit later, but yeah.
So
Giants stink.
it was just classic heartbreak Cowboys game for me. Watching with my dad over at my grandma's house,
Fair enough.
I just, it was a lot for me.
Yeah, I get it, because you want to win every game, of course.
Yeah.
But I think if I was you, I would feel a lot better than you do.
I think it's safe to say that every person who knows NFL and knows football did not think the Cowboys were going to have any chance in that game.
They played better than I thought they would.
I think everybody thinks.
I mean,
that.
when you were like convinced that the Bucks were going to blow them out, I thought you were just being a little bit pessimistic, but.
Well, I mean, it almost happened because if Godwin doesn't fumble at the 2-yard line, they probably would have scored right there. But I know what you mean.
It would have been a different story.
Would have been a
You're
different
right.
story, but their corner they have, is it Diggs? No, or is it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
or yeah, I think it's Diggs, right?
I think he had a pick.
Yeah, he looked pretty
So,
good.
yeah.
He can play.
So we'll see how it goes next week.
Mm-hmm. So we watched that Niner game together.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of wild game. Niners were rolling them.
Absolute joke up
Yeah.
until probably about 5 minutes left in the fourth,
Pretty much, yeah. I think the Niners were still up.
which the Niners have had troubles with in the past, as we know.
Yeah. So yeah, Niners. I mean, they were just rolling the Lions. They had a pick six mixed in there, but they were up 38-10 at one point, 41-17 with a few minutes left in the game. Got a little soft on defense.
George Kittle fumble off the
George
face
Kittle
mask.
took an L on the
He did.
on the onside kick, and before you knew it, it was a one-score game, and the Niners had to get a first down to win the game. Of course, they had the first down. Deebo Samuel
He
fumbles,
fumbled it.
and then we're on our heels. And I think the Lions got the ball down to inside the 30-yard line.
Yeah, I was gonna say they were almost on the red
Yeah, I
zone.
want to say they were on the 25, and then Niners forced them into a fourth down situation and got through an incomplete pass. So. Yeah, I don't like the fact that they kind of seem to stop playing down the stretch of the game, but the offense was explosive, so I love to see that.
I can't. Can you really blame them? Like, yeah, you want to play 60 minutes and play as hard as you can, but they were
beating them.
kicking ass. But it just shows how the NFL, no matter how bad a team may seem, they're professionals.
Yeah.
And they could do anything, or they could play.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah, they're on the field for a reason.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll be honest. I even took the foot off the gas pedal. I started firing up the grill and stopped paying attention to the game. So
You did.
But yeah, I mean, it was the offense was very inspiring. Seeing Trey Lance get out there for a couple plays was interesting. He threw a touchdown pass, obviously.
His only pass attempt. First
Yeah.
pass attempt was touchdown.
First and only, yeah. Maybe we should just keep it like that.
Yeah.
Just retire now.
Yeah, just stop.
Yeah.
One of the running backs that they had looked pretty good. I forget what his name is.
Elijah Mitchell.
Not bad.
Yeah, he was actually the second running back they took in the draft because they took Trey Sermon.
I feel like the Niners are good at drafting running backs, or at least they have been.
They
in the
know
past
how to
couple
utilize
years.
him for sure.
They do.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he only got his success because Mostert got hurt. And
Yeah.
Mostert's going to be done they're expecting him to miss 8 weeks, which sucks. Really, really sucks.
That's a killer.
Yeah, another big loss is their top cornerback, Jason Brett, likely has a torn ACL. Or
No
that's what they
shit.
believe.
I didn't. When did that happen?
That happened
I didn't notice that.
before it got interesting. That happened, and that's when they started going after 27 on defense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also noticed Nick Bosa was kind of a non-factor, but they could have been doubling him the whole
Yeah,
time.
I saw some double teams for sure.
Nick Bosa, right?
Yeah, Nick
Not
Bosa.
Jalen.
not
I
Jalen.
always get him confused.
Yeah. No, yeah, he definitely got double teamed. He looked okay. He wasn't like dominant by any stretch.
He's come off an injury though, right?
Yeah, and I think he maybe played a little bit in the last preseason game. I don't even know if he did. So
And the Niners play who next week?
play the Eagles next week. I think that should be a fun one.
Because the Eagles kind of whooped ass. This
Yeah,
week.
I think the Eagles looked a little dangerous. I actually watched the highlights of their offense. They look pretty good.
You think Jalen Hurts is kind of smiling because the Colts lost, and Carson Wentz?
Oh, I think 100%.
A little bit. He's
He's like, yeah, bitch.
I have to. I'll watch the Eagles eventually. Well, obviously they play the Cowboys, but I didn't watch them or see any highlights from yesterday.
Yeah, we'll talk a little bit about Jalen later.
Jalen kind of reminds me of Dak, kind of same build.
A little
can
bit,
run
yeah.
a little bit.
He can run actually pretty well.
He can run better than Dak.
Yeah. What else we got here?
Raiders and Ravens tonight.
Yeah, so Raiders playing tonight.
Who you got?
Ravens.
I do too.
Yeah, I even took the Ravens with one of my picks last week, so still waiting for that result. -4.5. I think that's actually. I mean, I know they've lost a lot of players, but I think that's still a pretty good number. I feel confident in that.
I was wrong on both my picks.
You went 0-2. You were so close on Carolina. I feel bad for you.
Yeah, that's what
Because, I mean, I know the Jets did have a chance late in the game, but they were up. I think it was 19-0, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they were getting their asses whooped.
Yeah.
I think I even said, classic Jets getting their asses whooped.
Yeah.
But
And then, of course, you were wrong on your Bucks against the Cowboys.
okay, it's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I mean, I'm not
Yeah,
recognizing.
it souns like you are. It's early in the season
It is
for these
early.
predictions.
Yes.
Maybe I'll,
It is tough early in the season. I'll give you that.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm 0-1 right now. I picked Indianapolis +2.5. They weren't even close. I think they lost by 12.
Yeah.
Seattle kind of handed it to them.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the rookie quarterbacks because
Yeah.
obviously this is a huge draft season for quarterbacks.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say there was 5 big name quarterbacks.
Yeah, all the first rounders.
Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence was a little shaky. 3 picks, threw 3 touchdowns, but
Which one of these do you want?
you pick.
Yeah, time. You're gonna get turned. The hazy.
No. It's so fucking heavy. Yeah, he ended up with 332 yards, 3 touchdowns, 3 picks. They lost big. It was 37-21, but I think the game was even more out of hand than that for most of the
For
game.
Trevor Lawrence?
Yeah.
Did you know? I think people know the stat, but this is Trevor Lawrence's first regular season loss
Unreal.
since
High school.
He
Or
didn't,
before high school.
Yeah, before high school.
Yeah.
He was undefeated in the regular season in high school, college, and this was his first regular season loss.
That's pretty crazy.
I will tell you this right now. I love Trevor Lawrence. People know that we love him.
Yeah.
He better get used to losing. Cause it ain't gonna be pretty for him for a while.
Yeah.
It ain't.
I'm not loving Urban Meyer yet either. I mean, I think
Okay. First game.
they. Yeah.
You gotta,
But I heard they had 10 penalties. That's not good. That's.
the Jaguars. There's a reason why they're. And I think they're 0-16 in their last 16 games.
That's probably bad.
Pretty bad. Not good.
Yeah.
Not good.
Also, Zach Wilson, number 2 overall pick.
Yeah.
He started for the Jets. Was also shaky, but he gave him a chance to win. He got sacked 6 times. It was kind of rough.
Yeah.
So
It's
we gotta
also the Jets.
the Jets don't have a good offensive line.
We,
so
we know these quarterbacks are going to be shitty because they're going to shitty teams.
Yeah,
It's just how it is.
It's really rough. So hopefully more success in the future for those guys.
Yeah, your boy Trey Lance, like we said,
Trey Lance 1 for 1.
5-yard touchdown pass, 3 carries, 2 yards.
Yeah.
I think he's starting to realize this ain't the FCS. It ain't gonna be that easy to run.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they just. I don't really know what they're doing. I mean, I don't mind him getting in there for some plays.
I was gonna say, how do you feel about this quarterback or double quarterback thing? It's weird.
I think it actually is gonna work out just fine because I think when Trey Lance comes in, he's gonna be looked at as a runner, but the pass game is probably gonna work out because he can throw the ball still pretty well.
He's got a can.
He's got a gun. He's got a gun.
He can throw it.
And I mean, Jimmy G. People may say he feels threatened, but I don't think he does. He played really well yesterday.
Yeah.
No complaints from that. Also, Justin Fields was kind of used the same way as Trey Lance in their game against the Rams.
Justin Fields is going to be starting by
Next week.
I'll say week 4, the latest.
Dude,
Just
Andy Dalton stinks, bro. He's done.
He just the best thing about Andy Dalton's that beard that he's got. It's pretty clean. But, like that's it. That's the only thing that he's got going.
The pointy thing going on.
No, just it looks good.
Yeah.
He's got like that the hair going with the beard,
Yeah.
looking like a model out there. But Justin Fields is gonna be.
He's
the
gonna be,
starter.
yeah. I mean, I almost wonder if Matt Nagy is just setting Andy Dalton up for failure just so he can have a reason to put Justin Fields in sooner.
I like the conspiracy theory.
I hate to think that, but it just kind of feels that way. So Fields went 2 for 2 with 10 yards passing. Also had a 1 yard, 3 yard touchdown carry.
Which I don't know if you noticed, but J.P. Holtz blocked him on that pass.
Hey,
on that run.
JP. Shout out to Ashley.
She loves that. Mac Jones, 29 for 39.
He was accurate.
281 yards, one
Yeah.
touchdown, but they lost 17-16.
He was accurate, not overwhelmingly good, but
Who, do we know who the Pats played?
Dolphins.
Dolphins. Okay.
Yeah.
The Dolphins are a really good coach team.
Yeah, and they got a good defense. So yeah, I think Mac. I think you could argue Mac was maybe the most impressive. He probably had the least workload put on him, or at least the amount of pressure put on him. But yeah,
2 things I want to mention about the Cowboys Bucks that I forgot to mention was Brady made his 300th career regular season start.
I don't know why that doesn't seem like that much for how long he's been playing, but I guess that's
It's
probably
not,
is
yeah.
about right.
And Brady is 6-0 against the Cowboys in his career.
No, I think I did see that he was undefeated
Yeah,
against,
so-
and that's pretty cool.
No, it's not. But
No, it's not.
no, it's not. No.
So who's your favorite rookie quarterback of the week?
Of the week?
Yeah. I honestly didn't watch much of the Patriots game, but I mean, Mac's line looks pretty solid.
I was gonna say Mac. I didn't watch the game either, but
Yeah.
Mac Jones' line looks the best.
Yeah.
Little, 3 interceptions for Trevor Lawrence. We're not used to it because Clemson
Yeah.
he dominated.
Yeah. I think a couple of those touchdown passes were garbage time
Yeah.
touchdowns. Too.
I mean, I had to pick Mac Jones,
Yeah.
and they almost beat a good Dolphins team.
Yeah. Yeah.
Patriots, like I said, I had a bold prediction they'll make the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have them making it in my actual standings.
Yeah. I almost I think we might need to change that rule. If you're gonna make a bold prediction, it's got to be
Part of it?
yeah. In the future, but not, obviously it's too late for that right now. But
Well, okay.
you know what I'm saying though, because it almost seems like you're contradicting yourself, giving yourself a win-win situation.
Well, because I'm going with what I think is going to happen, but
Versus-
I'm trying. I think that's bold. I think
Yeah.
it's bold to say the Patriots will make the playoffs.
No, I agree with you. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll talk.
We
about it.
could kind of
We'll
hash
talk
that
about it.
out.
We'll talk about it.
A different day.
So, what are your week 1 takeaways or things that you noticed in week 1, or the things that you?
Pittsburgh and their defense was nasty against the Bills.
I'm glad you mentioned Pittsburgh
Yeah.
because Jimmy Federoff is his last name, right? I always
Federoff,
I think I always fuck it up.
Yeah.
He said so. We posted
Yeah.
our predictions on Instagram.
Neither of us had the
No.
Pittsburgh in the
No.
playoffs.
And he was like, "Yo, sleep on the Steelers again." Of course, yesterday when they beat the Bills, which is a big win.
Yeah. He sent us the
The
yawning.
yawning emoji. It's just classic Pittsburgh, classic Steeler fan to do. I don't even know if he listens to us, but Jimmy,
You got us. You got us right now.
Just wait.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you this, Jimmy. There were 8 underdog wins on Sunday or yesterday.
Is that right?
I think that's the
pretty
most in a week 1 or in a week since like 35 years.
awesome. Yeah.
So might be an anomaly. I still think the Steelers could be shitty.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
I mean, their offense was not good. Their offensive line stinks.
yeah.
They're gonna give teams a fight every week because of that defense.
Let's not be a prisoner of the moment.
Correct.
Yeah.
Week 1, a
Yeah.
reaction week.
But I mean,
a reaction Monday.
But I don't blame Jimmy for feeling confident
Yeah,
because if
I mean,
the Cowboys were to beat the Bills, I'd be like, hey,
You go on the road against the Bills and you play
Yeah.
like that, you got to feel good no
Yeah.
matter what.
But let's just
how it happens.
pump the brakes, Jimmy. Pump the brakes a little
Yeah.
bit. Just pump them.
I mean, I have a lot more to talk about. You got anything you want to throw out there?
Takeaways is the NFC West
Loaded.
4-0 this week.
Yeah.
The NFC North 0-4 this week.
Oof. Ouch. Yeah. Speaking of the NFC North, Packers. Oh my God, what was that performance?
That was almost as bad as Aaron Rodgers' long hair that he's rocking right
Yeah,
now.
the long hair does not look good on him.
The one thing I'll say about that Saints-Packers game was Jameis Winston threw for 5 touchdowns, right?
Yes, sir.
Threw for 5. Had less than 150 passing yards.
Fuck it.
Isn't that weird?
Hey,
That's-
efficiency, baby.
Didn't you call Jameis Winston?
I'm on the Jameis train this year, dude. I'm higher on the Saints than I think most people.
I might want to pick him up in fantasy.
Hey, you could be a player. You could be a
I'm
player.
just saying.
I do want to like it's easy to overreact about things that happen in week 1, so I will pump the brakes a little bit on the Saints, but I think they could be a factor this year. They could be. I think they're a playoff team. I picked them to make the playoffs.
Also, so the Jets lost, as we said.
Yep.
Sam Darnold got his revenge against the
He
Jets.
sure did.
Love to see that.
He's throwing at the W.
Eat that W.
Eating the W.
I think Panthers will be good. I think
You think they'll
Darnold.
be good?
I think Darnold will
I think
be
they'll be
good.
alright.
I think they'll be good on. I think he'll be better on this offense.
Sure. I think they're like a 7 or 8 win team at best. Yeah.
Okay.
Atlanta stinks in that division, so that could be a couple easy wins. But other than that, the NFC is tough.
Yeah, it is.
Also, that Browns Chiefs game, pretty awesome.
I'm glad you mentioned that. Do you know Patrick Mahomes? In his
He's an
career,
asshole. Yeah.
in his career in September, 11-0 and 35 touchdowns.
I heard, and I think like no picks,
no,
right?
no picks. I don't
That's
think.
unreal.
But for him, his next 2 opponents, 2 tough teams, Chargers and Ravens.
Right. Yeah.
So that could change a little bit. But he's phenomenal. in
He's
September.
awesome. I expect them to beat both those teams, honestly.
He does own. He owns Lamar Jackson.
He does. You're right about
And
that.
I mean, the Chargers aren't as good as the Ravens. I don't think people expect.
Yeah.
But Herbert's on the come up. I think
Yeah.
the Chargers are too.
Yeah. Cleveland, I'm even though they blew this game because they were up 22-10 at half, I like the way they played.
Yeah.
I do worry about them if they're not winning the game, they're they could be a liability. Like Baker is not a guy that you can ask to come back from down. That's where they're limited.
Another takeaway I'll take from this game is it seems like Patrick Mahomes' only kryptonite is Tom Brady.
To this point, 100% correct.
It's his only
And
kryptonite.
who else is
Even though they did beat the Buccaneers in the regular season last year.
That's
I'm
a regular
talking-
season game.
Yeah.
Yeah. it
He's
doesn't-
lost to him in the AFC
Yeah.
Championship game and lost to him obviously in the Super Bowl last year.
Yeah.
That's his only kryptonite right now.
Literally, the only other team that's really been interesting was the Raiders last year against them.
Yeah, the Raiders
They almost beat him twice.
Yeah, almost beat him twice.
Yeah. But even that, still regular season.
Yeah. And you could say the Niners win the Super Bowl a couple years ago. 'Cause
They,
the Niners,
they had him, but they
Yeah.
still lost. I
They
mean,
did, yes.
He still did his Houdini Mahomes shit.
So it's the man's good.
Yeah.
The man's good.
Man
Also,
is
the
good.
Rams looked really good.
Yeah,
yesterday.
I was going to mention that too.
I
Stafford,
know. That, well, obviously they played the Bears. And the Bears
Stafford
were
was
great.
dialed in. Dalton still stinks, like I said. Justin Fields should be starting next week, but he's not going to.
Probably not.
Yeah. But yeah, Stafford in that offense. I mean, the Bears did look like trash on defense. Like that touchdown to Cooper Kupp where he was just nobody there. That one where Van Jefferson caught it down the field, rolled over, no one touched him, and he walked in the end zone.
Yeah, that was
stupid.
It's like those 2 corners thought they were playing in college, and he was down like
Pretty
he was
much.
Down,
Yeah,
you
it's
know?
like let's grow up.
Yeah.
We're in the NFL now, boys.
Also, another takeaway that you mentioned, which I kind of agree with, is the single digit numbers for
Throwing
receivers
me off and defensive players.
and defensive players. It's weird,
No, can't do it.
but it's the first week they've done it for regular season, and we'll get used to it.
Well, yeah, I think it will get more used to it when, as it goes, because like college guys will start taking their number into the NFL, and you'll
Yeah.
recognize them
Yeah.
by that number. But like when guys that have been in the league for a long time, and they're changing their
Yeah.
number, throw me off.
Like Jalen Ramsey was number 25, and now he's just 5.
I think he was number 20.
20, excuse
Yeah.
me. Now
He's
just
wearing
5.
number 5 now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a little different.
On a cornerback, that's weird.
Well, I think that's what he wore at Florida State.
I think you might be right.
Yeah. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
like you said, like if he would have been able to wear number 5,
Forever, it would
he would.
not throw
Yeah,
me off.
we'd be
yeah.
like, yeah, we know that.
Yeah.
It's like Deshaun Jackson. He wore number 1 at Cal.
Yeah.
Can't wear number 1 as a receiver for a long time.
You know.
He would even wear number 1 during practice.
That's right. Yeah.
And then now he's wearing number 1 because that's like probably his favorite number.
Yeah.
And all that. I think we should let quarterbacks wear numbers in the 20s.
Bunch of Doug Flutys out there.
Bunch of Bob Greasy and Doug Flutys.
Joe Burrow looked good coming back. Bengals got the win in overtime against the Vikings. That was
Yeah.
cool to see. I'm rooting for Joe. I like him.
I like Joe Burrow.
I like him a lot.
Those new Bengals uniforms are nice.
They're pretty sweet.
They're
Pretty
not bad.
slick. Pretty
They're not
slick. I got some overreactions from week 1 too. Just
Yeah.
really quick. Colts and Titans offenses looked really, really bad. 4.7 yards per play for Indy, 3.9 for Tennessee. They got whooped by Cardinals. Also, Jalen Hurts, he looks pretty legit. Like I said, I watched his highlights. He was making some plays with his legs,
Did he?
making some good throws. I will pump the brakes though on that because Atlanta's defense was pretty soft.
Yeah.
But he looked good. So I think this game against the Niners this week is going to be interesting with the Eagles. And then also Arizona.
I was just going to mention
Arizona was dominant.
Kyler Murray is going to be an MVP in this league soon.
I think it's going to happen soon. If
The
not
dude,
this year.
the dude's Russell Wilson, but he's faster.
Yeah. Oh, he can scoot, dude.
He could go.
He can scoot. He had 5 total touchdowns. And the Arizona defense looks pretty legit, too. They had 6 sacks. J.J. Watt plus Chandler Jones. Chandler Jones was a monster. He had 5 sacks on his own.
Damn. I don't know about you, but you should start a petition. Get the Niners the fuck out of the NFC West.
Or
Because it's just stacked.
Yeah, or get the Cardinals out of the NFC West, put
Yeah.
them in the South.
Yeah, no kidding. Arizona's good. I didn't see any of the highlights, but I saw they beat Tennessee.
They whooped them in their own yard.
In Tennessee, I expect them to bounce back a little bit.
I would think so too. Yeah. I'm a little skeptical on the Colts though. Carson Wentz he
Yeah.
played okay, but he was, they didn't move the ball well enough. So we'll see.
Once he had that injury in that MVP season,
He seems like he's a little gun shy.
yeah, he's scared.
He's scared, running for his life. Got anything else from week 1?
No, I don't.
All right, it's time to make our picks.
Yes.
So like we said, you went 0-2.
Yep.
I am currently 0-1. We're waiting for the Ravens and Raiders tonight.
Raiders.
To get my full weekend. You ready to make your picks?
Yeah.
Who do you got?
I'm picking the Falcons plus 13 over the Buccaneers.
Okay, it's a big ass number.
It's a huge number for the Buccaneers.
Yeah.
I know the Falcons stink, but in the NFL, that's a big number.
That is a big number.
Yeah. And I'm also what?
Oh, no, go ahead.
And I'm also picking the Niners to win. Or are they not favored 3?
They're favored by
They're
3.
They're going to win up by 3.5 over the Eagles. I think.
Gotcha. By 3 or more. Gotcha. Or more than 3.
More than 3.
Gotcha. All right. I am taking Houston plus 12.5 at Cleveland, so I'm taking another big number just like you.
And they're the underdog.
They're the underdog. Cleveland's favored by 12.5 at this point. I gotta imagine that number's gonna change in favor of Houston a little bit as the week goes on, but I mean, I can still give up 10 points and win this, so I like my odds with Houston. They scored 37 points.
Tyrod looked pretty. Yeah.
Tyrod played well. I don't see them getting blown out necessarily.
Do you think after that game they're thinking to themselves, if we had Deshaun, we'd be that much better?
I don't know.
I mean, they have to.
Who knows? Who knows? The Jags could be that bad.
Okay,
they really
yeah.
could be that bad.
Jags.
Yeah. And then I'm also riding the wave of the Cardinals. I'm taking them -4 at home against Minnesota. I think Minnesota, they're at this kind of weird spot, with Kirk Cousins. I don't love him, but I don't hate him. But I'll give up 4 points with Kyler and that defense too.
Okay. I'm glad we have 2 different
Yes,
matchups.
yes.
2 different picks.
We're 2 for 2 in weeks on that.
Yeah. Love that.
I'm sure at some point we'll pick the
Yeah,
same
we will.
again, but that's fine.
No, it's probably better if we don't pick the same.
Correct.
You know,
I agree.
so.
I agree. I'm gonna just stop this.
Yeah.
Save.
I'm not pissed for it.
All right.
Actually, no, because this is on.
Yeah, we won't be too much longer. And we're back. All right, ready for?
It's time for last call.
Woo! We got our bell now.
Yeah.
We made it.
Yeah.
What do you got?
Something I saw today, NBA news. Mexico City's gonna have a G League team.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, isn't it?
Nice.
NBA expanding.
Hopefully, there's no crime going on. Sorry, that's wrong.
It's not a very good thing to say. But good for them. I forget what the name's gonna be. It's like the Mexico City. I swear when I read it, it's supposed to be Capitans.
Really? That would be cool.
Yeah.
I'd give them that for
Yeah.
sure. The Capitans.
Yeah. But I think it's cool branching out. You know, the NBA is huge in other countries, so I'm not
Yeah.
surprised that they're doing this.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
You know.
They should get a team in Hawaii too.
It's too much travel.
Yeah. When is Hawaii gonna get a professional sports team?
They're not.
Never.
Well,
I mean, fuck, they're trying to put an NFL team in London. That's a joke. I'd rather see one in Hawaii before London. Put it that way.
yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind playing in Hawaii if I was a
Yeah.
player.
The Honolulu. Nuku.
The Honolulu hula hoops. The Honolulu waves.
The waves. Got anything else?
Yes, I want to give a shout out to Trade Brewing
Oh yes,
because
good show. Yes, thank you.
they
Totally forgot.
they
about
tagged us in their Instagram post.
that. They did. That was really cool.
Without telling us, they just did it.
Yeah.
Because we were there doing a Q&A, live, not live.
Yeah, the
Q&A.
first time we did it.
First time we did, we went
Yeah.
there, and the girl who runs their
Social media.
social media account took pictures of us, and they
Yeah.
posted one of them. It was a good picture. It's like the Trade beer or the glass right there
Yeah.
with this shirt that I'm wearing right here, the white
Yeah.
ISR shirt.
Yeah.
Really cool they did that.
And my
They-
chubby arm in the picture too.
They even gave us a shout out, like listen to these guys.
Yeah, that was really cool.
I think the reason why they did is because football started yesterday
Yeah.
or this week,
Yeah.
and they were like, yeah, well, listen to these guys. So I just want to give them a shout out.
Yeah.
It's fucking sweet.
Thank you so much.
So we'll give you a shout out back.
Yeah, of course.
Hopefully one of these days we can do a show live from there.
That would be fun. Yeah.
That'd be cool.
It'd be fun. We have to figure something out for that. Yeah, that'd
Yeah.
be really cool.
That was like one of those like sweet moments.
Yeah.
And
Like
I-
not like we made it moments, but
No.
like we did something kind of
We
something
did-
cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I even went on the Discover page, and it was like the first picture because I don't follow Trade, which I probably shouldn't now.
Oh yeah, you definitely should.
But it was like the picture. That picture was right the first one there. I was like, that's kind of cool
Yeah.
on the Discovery page and seeing something that
Yeah.
you're a part of,
No doubt.
So
No
sweet.
doubt.
Yeah. Thank you for that. Very much appreciate that.
Yeah.
Do you have anything?
I do have something big.
Do you? Oh yeah. Let it rip.
So,
Let it rip.
I got a little inside information from someone inside the Sharks locker room.
Yes.
None other than the captain,
The captain.
Logan Couture. I met Logan Couture at my bar on Saturday night.
Oh, so you're calling it your bar?
I'm calling it my bar.
I like that. I like the
Logan
confidence.
Couture was in Napa, California. That to me, that's kind of cool for one.
Yeah.
Two, the fact that he was at my workplace. Unreal. Three, he sat at the bar that I work at.
Yeah.
And four, we had a conversation.
I think the coolest part is that you didn't fanboy immediately.
I held my ground.
You were cool with it.
Yes.
Which.
So I'll lay out the scenario real quick. So I go on break. I come back from break. He's sitting at the bar with his buddies. My boss was, helping out while I was on break. He had served them already. I kind of walk by. He and his buddy are talking to these two girls that I had actually served earlier in the evening. They'd come back from dinner, and they remembered me, and they were like, "Oh, welcome back from your break or whatever." And then I kind of like scan the bar and I look over and I'm like, that's him. Like, that's fucking Logan Couture. Right? And I like walk away and like I come back just to make sure I'm like not,
Tripping.
Yeah, exactly. And so I just totally played it cool. Probably didn't talk to him for at least 20 minutes. And then
Although I'm sure you wanted to.
oh, I mean, yeah, I didn't want to be that guy because I feel like if I was an athlete or someone,
You wouldn't want.
I wouldn't want to be glommed on. So this is Saturday, so college football's on, right? And I kind of overhear him talking to his buddy saying, "Oh wow, Stanford's upsetting USC right now. They're going to win this game." And I'm like, "Yeah, it looks like they found their quarterback." And we start chatting about Stanford football for like 5 minutes.
Which is interesting because he probably has no Stanford ties besides playing.
Just being down the street.
Yeah.
Yeah. Other than that, and then he did mention at some point that he think he knows like one of the strength and conditioning coaches or something. It's like one of his buddies or something like that. So yeah, that was kind of cool. And then later in the evening, he was ready to check out. I'd run his card, give it back to him, and I say to him, "So, are you as sad as I am that Joe Pavelski is not a Shark anymore?" And he looks at me. He's like ready to sign his check, and he looks up at me. He's like, "Dude, I'm pissed."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Dude, Paz was the man. Ever since he's left, the team's gone to shit." That's what he said. And as much as anything, I appreciate the fact that he gave me a legitimate answer. He could have easily just been like, "Oh yeah, Paz was."
He could be like,
awesome."
he could be like, yeah, it's the business.
Yeah,
You know what I
Paz,
mean?
yeah, Paz is gone, but it's just part of
Yeah.
the business. But he gave me a raw answer, which I thought was really cool.
Yeah.
And he even said, "Dude, the locker room is full of egos now."
Yeah.
So
Wow.
I thought that was pretty interesting insight, but
That's-
cool nonetheless.
That's cool.
Yeah. He even apologized. He's like, "Sorry for going on a rant." I'm like, "Dude, I love it. Give it."
You're like,
give it to
I'm
me."
eating this up
Yeah.
right now.
You're like, I could ask you 20 more questions
You
right
should
now.
have been like, hey, here's my podcast.
Right.
But so that's got to be like your favorite interaction with.
I think it's got to be the coolest person I've ever talked to as far as just their stature,
Yeah.
you know, or their status. And
Have you? I think you said Mark Davis has been at your bar before.
yeah, Mark Davis is a pussy. I'll tell that to him to his face if he really wants me to.
But so would you say like Mark?
Mike Brown is actually, I've served Mike Brown before too, who's an assistant coach for the Warriors.
Oh, okay. He
Which was
coached.
kind of cool.
He coached the Cavs.
Coach Cavs too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But yeah, that was pretty cool.
That is cool.
It just kind of like shocked me that he was at a Marriott in Napa, like, because in my mind when celebrities come to the Napa Valley, they probably go to like a nice boutique hotel in Yountville or something like that, not the Marriott. Like he was staying at the hotel.
Yeah.
Like,
That's cool.
yeah, so it was really
I mean,
cool.
it's cool. Yeah, you know, it's just because you have a lot of money doesn't mean you want to spend that kind of a lot of money. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he has plenty of money to spend, you know, on whatever he wants, but I don't know. Yeah, I think he was probably just here for a single night and
It's cool.
doing some easy bit.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it was cool. But
Should have got a signature.
yeah, I like when
Yeah.
we started talking, I got goosebumps. I was like, I'm talking to Logan Couture.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was pretty sweet. I did sort of get his autograph on receipt. And he threw me, he's a good tipper too. $40 cash on a $130 bill. So I'll take it.
Love that.
Not a crazy tipper, but he's a good tipper.
Hey, it's enough.
I'll take it all day.
That's That's probably one of the cooler stories that
Yeah.
either of us have told.
Yeah, I've never been a part of anything close to that.
Is that the first time you've ever been starstruck?
I was starstruck with Mike Brown because I knew it was Mike Brown
Yeah.
when I served him. When Mark Davis sat at the bar, I'm like, I know this guy's a clown. But it was still kind of, kind of cool because
You're ripping on Mark.
dude,
Davis.
if anyone knew Mark Davis and his tendencies, they would think the same way.
Yeah.
He's a pussy.
Oh my
I'm just
God.
calling it. I'm calling it right now. Raider fans are probably gonna talk shit to me, and I'm not saying this because I'm an Hunter fan.
They probably agree with you
Yeah, they probably do.
based off how he runs the.
Yeah.
I
I mean, I know they're not happy that they're. He's pretty much the reason they left Oakland. So,
Yeah.
I mean, he's not the only reason, but he made the decision to leave Oakland.
Yeah, you know.
But
it
yeah.
is what it is.
Yeah, that was a cool time though. Yeah, I could have sat there for like an hour and talked to that fool.
I'm sure you want to have a beer with him, but you were working.
Would have definitely had a beer. He was drinking scotch. I definitely would have had a glass of scotch with him.
Oh, fuck yeah. He's a hockey player.
Right.
What do you expect?
He even said, when we were talking about Stanford football too, he dropped an A on me. I was like, A, like the Canadian, like.
Oh.
Yeah. I was
Okay,
like,
yeah.
fuck. I'm in the zone right now.
Dialed the fuck in with Logan Couture right
Yeah,
now.
that was pretty.
You know what that means? You gotta get a jersey.
Honestly, he was probably my next jersey if I was going to get another Sharks one. Either him or Burns.
Yeah. So you wouldn't go with like any kind of Marlowe or Thornton?
I'd maybe do a Marlowe. I wouldn't do a Joe.
No.
That's too easy. Marlowe, I'd maybe do like one of the throwback looking ones.
Yeah.
But yeah, as far as the current players go, it would be either Couture or Burns.
Couture would be nice. Number 39.
39, it's okay number.
The C on it.
I'd want to have the C on
The
that
C.
for sure.
Does your Pavelski have the C on it?
He does not. It was before he became captain.
Okay, gotcha.
But yeah, that's what I got for last call.
That's better than what I had. So cheers to that.
Yes, sir. All right. You got anything else? Send off message?
It's good to be back weekly now.
Mm-hmm.
It's good to be back.
We are back.
Go Cowboys as always. This Niner bullshit that you're wearing's gotta go.
Who are the Cowboys playing again?
Chargers.
Chargers, that's right. So Cowboys, Chargers, Niners play the Eagles. Cowboys going on the road for that game?
I believe so.
I think you're right, yeah.
Yeah, I believe so.
All right. Well, thanks y'all for listening.
Yes.
We'll see you for some week 2 talk next week.
Next week, next Tuesday.
Yes, sir. Peace.